Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the premier Halo Championship League. My name is Wadamus, and I am joined this evening by the Hat Master himself, Mr. Tonzi.
I don't know about Hatmaster. After looking at some of Rambo's hats that he had on stream last night, I have somebody running for that position on me. But welcome, guys. Welcome to week 2 as we get ready to close it out. And I have the lovely Hardcore Bear joining me as well.
Hello. I'm excited to get some points today so I can make you take off some more hats.
Yeah, try to get some of your channel redemption points so that way we can utilize some more.
I have lost so many points this season. It's
I tell
absurd.
you what, there was a couple that I think people missed throughout the last couple of weeks with just some of the upsets and just the close matches that we've had that have, been able to go either way. But before we get talking about some of the Halo action that we have in store for you guys tonight and some of the action that we've witnessed throughout this week, what else do you want to shout out our sponsors?
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, this broadcast of the Premier Halo Championship League is brought to you by MG Eclipse. Check them out at discord.gg/MG Eclipse if you're looking for a great Discord server and a great organization to play not just Halo, but other games. And, they're always running customs and, different tournaments. So check them out at discord.gg/MG Eclipse. This broadcast is also brought to you by Amped Comics. If you are a fan of collecting comics, selling them, buying them, or just like looking at them, check out Amped Comics on eBay or the Whatnot app. That is at Amped Comics on eBay or the Whatnot app. And our premier division in the PHCL is sponsored by TMG. That is Top Mid Gaming. Check out that organization run by Captain Doo Bronze. Tonzi, what's on the docket for this evening?
Well, what's on the docket for this evening is a double header tonight in Division 6. We have four Division 6 teams on the docket for you guys tonight as that division gets to kind of get a shakeout for which teams are the teams to watch out for and which teams have some work to do before that end of season tournament shows up. We're going to start the night off with Headshots facing off against the lovable favorites from Season 1, the Infinite Ducks, and we're going to round that out with High Tech Gaming and Prison Block 3, both new teams on the block looking to make their statement tonight and showcase what they're all about. Headshots versus Infinite Ducks tonight, we have basically their first matches of the season, right? Headshots got the coveted week 1 bye that every team always wants, right? You always want to be missing out on the first week of games in the season. So this will be their first match of the season tonight. And then we have Infinite Ducks, who basically got a week 1 bye because the team they matched up with forfeited. So that's just how it goes. And that looks like, week 1 of the season is actually this week for both of these squads. So it'll be a good gauge on where they're both at. High Tech Gaming and Prison Block 3 following the action up tonight will be, two teams that had their week 1 matches. High Tech was able to take an 8-2 win over, I believe it was GG Easy. So that means they took 4 maps to the 1 of GG Easy. So 8 points is where High Tech is sitting right now, which is a good place to be after week 1. And then we have Prison Block 3 who took 6 points against Team Impact. So both teams taking a good amount of points week 1 and technically winning their series. So it'll be interesting to see which one continues to ride that momentum further on into the week. So Bear, you want to break down the rosters that we have for us tonight a little bit? I know you've been crunching the numbers, diving deep, looking behind the scenes, trying to figure out what action is going to be where we need to be following.
I did, yeah. I took a look at both rosters tonight for Infinite Ducks and Headshot. And for Infinite Ducks tonight, we're going to have Captain Zeus, Saucy XT, D Legend, and Tidebreaker in the lineup. And then for Headshots, we're going to have Gruesome, Turbo Sniper, Ethereal Sword, and Venus. On paper, Headshots here is the stronger squad. Their average CSR is low Onyx. We have Gruesome, who is a peak 1760, who's starting. So he's definitely going to be one to look out for tonight. And then over on the Infinite Duck side, our average CSR tonight, I believe, is in the mid diamonds. I couldn't find some Halo Tracker data on a couple people. But on paper, I think Headshot's going to take this one very easily.
Ooh, calling shots early here from Hardcore Bear, but he looks at his numbers, he does his research, he knows what he's talking about. He thinks with that brain instead of making those predictions with his heart, which is, hey, he's probably more
Unless
right.
Pure Delight's on stream.
Unless PD's on stream, then we got to pick with the heart, right? No, but I agree with a lot of the statements that you made. I figured out tonight that Gravy and CS Base Guy not in the lineup tonight for Infinite Ducks, which is, I think, a huge detriment to that squad, considering that they're probably the two of the stronger players on that squad. I know CS Base Guy slays out. I know Gravy slays out. And one of the big X factors that I'm looking at tonight is Headshot's just teamwork ability. They play a lot of games together. I think they have better strategies. Whereas Ducks, I think, like to try to survive and thrive off of their just individual slaying power. I know there's some good gamers on the Ducks that don't maybe have as much Halo, haven't ran as much Halo as so maybe their rank doesn't reflect just how good they are. Players like Saucy XT, straight gamer, really good player in a lot of games, just hasn't put the hours into Infinite. So we'll see if those skills can translate over. Desync affects everybody though. So, you never know who's going to have the wonky connection tonight. You never know what 343 is going to throw at us to make this series a little bit more interesting. I do know that Gravy is standing by as a sub right now for the Ducks. So it'll be interesting to see after game one if any dynamics shifts or if any teams make any moves, because both of these teams have pretty much fully rostered spots. But yeah, both teams, it should be a good matchup. We're going to hold off on our predictions and stuff for game two and just focus on this first match tonight between Headshots and the Infinite Ducks. And what have you paid out I know we forgot to pay out channel points from last night. Did we get those paid out now?
I did, and we are ready to run the prediction for game one. It's Infinite Ducks versus Headshot. Ladies and gentlemen, 5 minutes on the clock. If you look at the top of chat there, you will see an opportunity to bet your hard-earned channel points on the outcome of this match. Infinite Ducks versus Headshot. Get those channel points.
I stand by what I said here and throw down all my channel points on Headshot, which is 3,200.
Looking to hope that some people actually go against his judgment and go for the Infinite Ducks. But I do have to say, just to lay my predictions out there, talking about the individual slaying power on the side of Infinite Ducks, D Legend, absolute slayer, the player to watch on that squad. Question mark players, Tiebreaker, Saucy. Captain Zeus, you're going to get a solid team player there. I don't think he's going to be leading the lobby in kills ever, but I've seen him play. He's going to play a role very well for that squad. But I've never seen Tiebreaker, and I haven't seen Saucy play much Infinite. Question marks on that squad. How those questions get answered will really dictate how this series goes. If they're good answers to those questions and Saucy and Tiebreaker come out and play maybe beyond what their CSR shows, then we could, there's something interesting going on here. We may have a series on our hand. But if the numbers aren't going to lie to us, the numbers that Bear gave us are pretty straightforward. And I've got to say, I have seen some games in our series so far this season where it seems like, maybe this team's going to run away with this series, but then a certain map or a certain map mode, game mode comes up and it just plays in the favor of the other squad. And with stuff like that coming into play through a full 5-game series, I think it is going to be a game. I think there's a game to be taken here by the Infinite Ducks. I don't know which game mode it is, whether it's a Slayer one where they can rely on that individual slaying ability or not. Who's to say? But I think 5 games.
Sorry to interrupt you here, Tunzi. To think that they might take a game, I would say that's going to be Slayer Recharge, just because of how random that is.
Yeah, that one, if you can get the right setup. That game mode's
so hard.
Yeah, I mean, that Recharge map, you can really get some setups going. You can kind of coordinate the spawns a little bit, especially if you're playing in an objective mode. So it'll be interesting to see. I think 4-1 in the way of Headshots. It'll be interesting to see. My predictions may change, like my feeling on it may change ever so slightly when I get some of these questions to answer about Saucy and Tiebreaker. But right now, based off of what we know, I see a 4-1 in the way of Headshots.
I agree, except a 5-0 in the way of Headshots. I've been playing 8s with a lot of these guys over on Headshots, and I can speak for their own talent. Ethereal Sword over there, I know he has been absolutely grinding. He has been trying to get better day in and day out. Turbo Sniper's always in the Discord trying to get 8s going. These guys are here to play, and they're ready.
Yes, absolutely. And if I can get you added into our party in here, it looks like you made your way outside the party. Yes, in the game. Let's get us in the lobby.
How did that happen? We were in there.
I don't know. You just, you wander around for a little bit. Can you just join off of me? And I think we're going to be pretty close to ready to go here tonight. We got a couple minutes, so we're not in any rush to get it out. Just to let everybody know what the map sets we're going to be looking at tonight are. We're going to start off with CTF Aquarius. Then we're moving over to Slayer Recharge, Oddball Livefire, Stronghold Streets, and Slayer Bazaar to round it out. And that Slayer Bazaar one I have circled, right? Recharge is kind of crazy. I understand that. But Bazaar is a map that if you play it slow, you can really create, some not chaos really, but it just is such a weirdly designed map with that huge gap in between where teams can just kind of stay on their own sides, right? It reminds me of the pit a little bit where you could really just force the game to be slower. It's not a very quick paced game mode. So it'll be interesting to see if, Infinite Ducks can play that to their advantage, if they're patient enough to play that to their advantage. Because sometimes when you have a lot of just straight Slayers on their team, strategy doesn't go into their head as much, and they just kind of rely on individual ability. So it'll be interesting to see how that Bazaar Slayer plays out. DTF Aquarius, I think, is going to be a tough one. I think we're going to see some strength there from headshots and starting out the series, and that's going to tell us a lot of what we need to know going forward. But overall, I think we got a good series in store for you tonight. And what you want to shout out our sponsors one more time as I let the lobby know that we are getting ready to launch into game one.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, before we get into this first game of the series, this broadcast of the Premier Halo Championship League is brought to you by MG Eclipse. Check them out at discord.gg/MG Eclipse. This broadcast of the Premier Halo Championship is also brought to you by Amped Comics. If you are a fan of comics or comic books, or the books that have pictures in them that are often referred to as comics, check out Amped Comics on eBay or the Whatnot app. This broadcast of the Premier Halo Championship League is also brought to you by TMG, that's Top Mid Gaming, our premier division sponsor. Thank you so much, guys.
Yes, and I just got the readies from both of the teams, so we should be launching into game one super quickly. Like I said, I got my eye on Saucy XT here in game one for Infinite Ducks. It'll be interesting to see how he comes out. Ethereal Sword also on the other squad. I think we know what we're going to get from Gruesome based off of his rank and where he's at. I think we're going to see some solid gameplay, but Ethereal Sword with the extra work he's been doing, and Saucy with just the unknowns about him. I'd like to ride along with Saucy off the start here just to really see if there is a plan in place on the way that they attack this map, or if it's just going to kind of be the wild, wild west out there. So let's jump on board with Saucy to start off this match as we get loaded in here to the game. CTF Aquarius to start off our night of Halo. Sunday night Halos here on the PHCL. There's nowhere else I'd rather be than broadcasting this match with you guys, so I am very excited to see how this goes.
Me too.
Yes, sir.
All right, Bear, as we load into this matchup, what should we be looking for these teams to do if they're really looking to control this map?
I think we're gonna see everybody make a quick break over to the car side of the map and gain control of that with the shock nades and all the cover that car side offers. It looks like we can see both teams went 2 car, 2 pink. Interesting thought process there. I think we're gonna see an end to the game. That's what we're gonna see.
Yeah, that seemed like a weird start. I'm not really sure what brought the game to an end there. It looked like all the teams were set up properly. It looked like everything was okay. We did have readies in chat. It did seem like a kind of an awkward start from Saucy there at the beginning as he sat very deep into the base. Unsure of what exactly is going on there. Let's go ahead and hop back in and out of Observer there so that way we don't break the lobby.
Venus?
Oh, Venus is gone. Maybe we had a crash and we just didn't know it yet.
That's true. Venus coming back in.
Gun glitch from
Gun
Venus.
glitch?
Says
What's a gun
Jib.
glitch?
I don't know what that is. I don't know what the gun glitch is.
Okay. I think there's okay. Gun glitch. I don't know if the gun
I
glitch
would.
exactly, but I know of
Yeah,
different
I
glitches
would.
that happen
Everybody
when
do
you
that.
spawn out in. So it doesn't. Oh, he couldn't shoot. Okay. That definitely would have helped Infinite Ducks in that
Gotta
series with the gun
control
glitch. So yeah. Okay. Well, that would make sense as to why we had the restart. Then, if they had to play with the gun glitch, I definitely like Infinite Ducks' chances there in the 4v3. T-Dug's always getting the gun glitch. It seems. Man, it's tough life over here playing in this 3-4-3
I don't think T-Dubs
game,
has the glitch. He just doesn't know how to shoot his gun.
He just doesn't know how to pull the trigger. He forgot to read the operating manual to the battle rifle. So that's probably what's going on with T-Dug's there. But yeah, we're ready to go again. Hopefully no more glitches impact this game as we get ready to roll in. Interesting to see if Saucy anchors the base like he did off the start there in the last match, right? We saw him just kind of sit back. I wonder if Infinite Ducks know of kind of the fact that they may be a little outmatched here, right? I wonder if there's just a sense of Infinite Ducks of, playing patient. We saw some trades off the initial start there, so it wasn't like it was a bad start for Ducks where they just got wiped. But that may have been because there was a, basic 4v3 off the start there. But I want to stay with where we were. I want to go with Saucy again off of the spawn. And see if he anchors the base once again, and then we'll fly around to where the action is going on most often here in this map, as hopefully we get a glitch-free start here.
I'd be curious to see if these guys are going to do the same starting strats that they both just did, now knowing what each other's strats are. See if they do split again. It looks like we have D-Legend going straight over into car, hard into car.
Yeah,
Saucy's hanging
still
back.
Anchoring the base, yep.
And we got 2 top P out of the side of headshots and 2 on car side.
Good cleanup by Saucy there. Gruesome coming flying in utility, looking to really be aggressive. Saucy trying to make the jump there, unable to make it. Flag's already being pulled. I like this from headshots as they're just showcasing their strength right off the bat. Right, a lot of blue help on this side of the map. Good kill by D-Legend. Ethereal Sword's going to go down though. That's 2 quick kills for Infinite Ducks, but the flag's getting deeper and deeper into the opponent base. I'd like to see some of their players push through here. This is a dangerous spot for this flag. Saucy can get on it though and start the return. A lot of Infinite Ducks over here to help. Fantastic job by the Ducks there, not panicking, right? They got the flag returned. And Venus with 2 kills right there as we jump on over with Ethereal Sword as he's peeking down here, flying around Yellow Courtyard, looking at the blue flag, looking for the return. Captain Zeus picks up a double kill off screen. Ethereal Sword sliding back to side. Good trades back and forth here. This is what you want to see if you're Infinite Ducks, right? You want to see that your ability to slay can keep up with them as they're keeping headshots on their back foot a little bit, which is great to see.
Yeah, we're already seeing 2 people on the side of headshots with 0 kills and multiple deaths between them, which is quite surprising considering their own slaying power. It seems like they might be a little cocky here. Playing a little loose.
On board with Gruesome here as he's taking out a fight here. Yellow utility. His teammate goes down right in front of him. Tiebreaker takes 1 out in front of him. Gruesome trying to survive here on shock nades, looking to get up here on the top 50 to peek at the active camo. Misses the jump like we all do from time to time. He's gonna have Saucy here in blue utility and wants none of that fight as he makes another attempt at this jump up. Tiebreaker across from him. He cleans him up because he was 1 shot. A lot of presence utility side for the Ducks, which is great. Good nade on him there, and Zeus takes him out as Zeus is on a hot streak to start here. Let's move on over to him with his 4 kills as he just gets the curse of the commentator and goes immediately down as I transfer the perspective his way. But Gruesome doing what he's supposed to do here, right? He's got 6 kills for his squad as I'm on board with Venus. He takes the flag. He's pulling it blue utility side, trying to make something happen for his team, right? He's pulling it over. He's got a lot of nades coming in, shots coming in behind him utility-wise, but Turbo picks up a kill. Gruesome picks up a kill, and this is looking like a good run from Venus as he still has presence and help in his base as he is able to get the cap here, and that's a great job by the Headshots team in order to make that happen because that was a game that was back and forth Slayer-wise for a little bit, but I'm talking about that strategy that this squad has, and they're able to make these pulls. They know the right time to pull them, and that just showed off there as he's already back in the other base, and there's a lot of players down on the side of the red team, and it's another immediate pull, and this is going to be something that the Ducks have to watch out for, right? They got to keep this utility presence. They've got to keep some active eyes on this base here because another pull is happening. Ethereal Sword picks up another kill. Turbo Sniper surviving in base. Venus picking up the second cap in a matter of, 45 seconds? We've seen this game go from 0-0 even Slayer to now a 2-0 lead that the Headshot squad have good control over.
Yeah, and great help out of Venus there to help out that player P2. And we can see they seem to be prioritizing that side of the map currently. I'd like to switch over to Saucy again as he's making a push over here into the red flag. He does appear to be alone, but he does have damage on this player sitting flag. Looks like Headshots are coming back to... They know he's there, they're coming back to defend the flag, and they do get it.
Yeah, a lot of blue players around there. A lot of blue players around there, for sure.
Yeah, I'd like to see Headshots definitely push out of their base here. They seem to be turtled it a little bit. They need to regain map control and continue what they were doing there. I don't think Infinite Ducks are able to keep up with the fast style of play that Headshots is quite clearly capable of producing.
Yes. Nice kill there by Turbo Sniper. As we see 3 down on the side of the Infinite Ducks again. Let's hop on board with D-Legend. He was the player that I thought was going to be the biggest impact player on this squad. As we see Venus pull another flag. Venus definitely the one with the role to pull flags here. As we see just D-Legend trying to do anything he can to get something going here. But there's a lot of coverage there, right? It's not just chasing after the flag if you're Infinite Ducks. It's actually getting some setup and some cross shots. As we see Gruesome already up to 12 kills. And that even Slayer match that we saw at the beginning of this series is definitely not going that way anymore. Good kills here by Tidebreaker as he's trying to keep something going for his team. D-Legend pulls the flag, trying to pull it back towards utility. All right, now we have some trades going on. Both teams with 2 down. Needed to win that if you were Tidebreaker, as Ethereal Sword does go down to a nade to Saucy, though. That should kind of reset where the map is at. Saucy getting a touch on the flag here as he's taking up through blue utility. It's going to be a bit of a standoff here now, though. This is good from the Ducks, though, right? If we can win this standoff, then they can get something going for their team. But it's going to be tough, right? They're being outslayed. Saucy's going to have to sit in the back of the base and try to survive. As he sees his teammate go down, he's got to know the pressure's coming from that utility side. There is another
collapsed on by both.
Good win there by Saucy as it gets the beat down, but there's another one that's going to have to be dealt with here in the back of the base.
Oh, with the
and
flag
a great
kill.
job by Tidebreaker to win that fight and keep his team in the series. As now we got Venus sitting in the back of the base for the headshot team, trying to stall this out, right? Trying to stall this out and keep some shots down range on Zeus. Zeus needs to let his shields recharge a little bit. This is just a long-range fight. Let's go. Oh, good shots here on D-Legend. As he sits there, he cleans him up. Now Gruesome and Venus are going to be flying towards this red base here, looking blue utility, trying to slide in through. Good shots by Zeus as he comes in. Good win by Zeus there, as that was much needed. But Gruesome cleans him up. And let's go on board with Gruesome. As he's trying to win this fight, he takes out Tidebreaker, but the nade gets him. And that's going to stop that push. As now there's 3 down for red and only 2 down and 1 down now for blue. And now how do you break these kind of setups, Bear?
You break these setups purely by aggression. We see Infinite Ducks here with the flag in the back of their own base. There's no sightline to him, so he can just hide all day long. The only way to break this is to send 3 players, same door, nades, get in his face and kill him. Otherwise, we're just gonna see this back and forth, top card, top pink for the rest of the game. I've seen flag standoffs last for the entire game on this map.
Yeah, and it's tough, right? If you get the right setup and you take it patiently, then But a couple bad deaths there from Infinite Ducks, but D-Legend looking to make a play on his end of the base as well, as he's looking for the return. He gets the full return here. Is there a Ducks player able to get it into the base? I think we had a double return here.
Double return and double pull.
Double return. Yeah, 2 kills, and that's just how it goes, right? We have a crazy little standoff there for the majority of the game, and then 2 returns happen simultaneously as both flags are kind of being ran back to the other side, and it looks like overall Hotshots is going to be the team to come out ahead in this trade as they have the flag with Ethereal Sword deep into their base. He's going to slide it in for another flag cap before he goes down. That's 2 kills over to the side of Infinite Ducks. And do you see any way back for them at this point? 3-0 down. I thought that standoff was their best chance to get back in the game, but it did not go their way. And now they find themselves 3 caps down with only about 4 minutes left.
Absolutely, there's a way for them to still win this game. There's 4 minutes left in the game. They're only down 3 caps. We can absolutely see 3 caps in 4 minutes to at least push it to overtime.
Right.
They just need to catch their footing a little bit, group up, get the buddy system going, work as a team, and get some map control and start being aggressive. Stop, laying on the back foot and defending their own flag.
Yes, and we see the flag get out to Yellow Courtyard here. It looks like it's going to be an easy return on the side of Headshots, but they're doing a good job of, evening out the slaying that was going on here on behalf of Infinite Ducks. So Zeus in a one-on-one with Gruesome here. And, good help by Saucy there as he helps out Zeus. And that's 2 down for both squads now. 3 down on the side of Infinite Ducks, as they just can't get enough momentum going to make something happen, it seems like, right? It looks like it's taking pretty much all their resources to just trade with some fights or just stop some pushes.
Ooh.
Great kill by Zeus there with a nade and a single headshot, as he is definitely the standout player right now for Infinite Ducks, sitting at 14-14, looking to control this top 50 spot, putting some shots into Turbo Sniper. Let's see if he sees this push coming behind him here. He is kind of isolated from the rest of his team. He's got somebody pushing from Fridge side, I believe. Yes, his Ethereal Sword and Turbo take out Zeus, and 3 down on the side of the Ducks once again.
4 down.
4 down now. This has to be turning into something if you are Headshots, but it looks like they weren't pushed up, right? Everything's just kind of being very turtly for them. I really liked how they started the match, and I'd love to see them continue that aggression here, but I think they do have a little bit of respect for the side of Infinite Ducks in the way that they slay, right? Gruesome dominating this lobby so far, though, with 22 kills, really showcasing his quality. We see him at the back of the base here. A lot of teams just anchoring somebody top base, Bear. Is that typical to see on this map, or is it kind of strange that there's just been a lot of anchoring?
It's not atypical, but it's not a common strategy, no. Typically, you want to have mid-map control as much as possible, but with how open the court is on either side of the base, it's a good viewing position, you know, and there's plenty of cover. So, like I said, it's not atypical, but...
Gruesome getting a good kill there, getting traded down by D-Legend. D-Legend with a good stop there on Gruesome. Can he clean up the rest of it? He does. It's on him to make this return here. He's baiting the entrance there, trying to keep Turbo Sniper off him. Turbo's going to come flying in anyways, though. Great kill by D-Legend as he takes out the only other contested blue player and gets the return for his team to keep them alive.
Love to see what Venus is doing with this camo here after that crazy fight he just had in the connector. I'm wondering if maybe there's a blank melee, because he should be dead.
That happens more often than I like to admit with the blank melees. As interesting choice with the grenade there. Great shots there by Venus as he's trying to survive here. Pushing into blue utility. I don't think he has very much longer on that camo, but he should be able to get some cross shots here. No eyes on Infinite Ducks players. Gets some shots on Zeus. Takes him out. One more in front of him, though. Utilizes those shock nades very well as he gets a second kill. Gets a call out. The D-Legend went down. And now he's looking for something to happen here. Trying to survive. Got to take out Tidebreaker. Good defense there by Tidebreaker as that was a crucial one-on-one that he had to win. Let's go on board with...
We have Headshots here making a P stand here. Everybody over on... I just mixed up the names. Infinite Ducks has a P stand. Headshots, everybody's over on car side right now. We do
Great double kill by Tidebreaker there.
Yeah, and the flag is already dead with the person sitting car 1.
Yep, and once again, I think that I'd like to see Infinite Ducks just sell out, right? There's nothing different between a 5-0 and a 3-0 here, right? They're worth the same amount of points. And, you know, good killing spree by Tidebreaker here as he's finishing with some good momentum here. And that's what you want to see from Infinite Ducks. Find some momentum to carry into the next series. A lot of deaths on their side, but pretty decent Slayer numbers, right? They've racked up 13, 16, 13, 14 on the kill side of things. But Gruesome is just showcasing his quality. He was the one to watch going into this series, and he is definitely the one to continue to keep an eye on as he's showcasing that he's a very strong player. Looking for a return here, Yellow Courtyard. This is all just coming to an end now in the last 2 seconds of the map as Game 1 goes the way of Headshots. And I can't say I'm surprised. I can't really say that was a surprising result, but I was impressed by what I saw from the Ducks in the way that they were able to just kind of start getting something going there towards the end. Their slaying abilities there, they have potential, but it's going to be tough for them. We saw the quality on the side of Headshots, and they are, based off of Bears numbers, the better team, and they showcased it Game 1.
Yeah, definitely. They came out swinging just like I said they would. However, I am a little let down that we didn't see a 5-0 out of them. You know, I know you said 5-0 and 3-0 is no difference in terms of points, but in terms of in-game, 5-0 should have happened there, especially with the total map control that Headshots showed, as well as the slaying ability. I'm surprised that I just think they weren't aggressive enough. Infinite Ducks did knock him in the back foot a couple times, but just not enough out of them to even pull us to get a single flag cap in, unfortunately.
Absolutely. And yeah, and that was one of the things I noticed, right? It was impressive how they started, right? When the match started, I thought for sure it was going to be that 5-0, right? Because of the way that they came flying in at the beginning, the way they just attacked the flag. I think it was good by the Infinite Ducks to stall out the game with that flag stall out. I think that really helped them continue to slow down the game a bit, but they didn't get to turn it into anything for themselves, which is why they were on the wrong side of that capture flag. But you had this one circled, Bear, right? Slayer recharge. They're going to have to find an answer for Gruesome, right? They're going to have to find an answer for his ability, as it looks like we do have some subs coming in, right? I see the infamous Butt Chug Brett gamer tag in our lobby, which means Gravy has made his way in here. It seems he's actually rotating out, though, so maybe he is not being subbed in. Nope, he just joined back. It'll be interesting to see who this sub is for. You know, there's some extra options there. I think Zeus was probably the only one untouchable right now, as we see Tiebreaker looks to be the one making the way for Gravy in this lobby, as we are waiting to see what the final. So it looks like it's going to be D-Legend, Zeus, Saucy, and Gravy coming into this next one. I've seen these guys play together before. I really think that that the chemistry is going to be improved from this now. They're definitely going to miss Base Guy. I think Base Guy is their strongest Slayer on the team overall, from what I've seen. So they're definitely missing him right now. But overall, I think this is going to be helpful for them, especially in a Slayer game mode. But it'll be interesting, right? How do you answer a team that has a just deadly player on the other team? How do you deal with a team that has a player like Gruesome who can single-handedly win them this series?
Well, I think that they're coming up with that answer right now. They have increased their average CSR by a significant margin, as well as their average KD ratio. Their damage is now increased. But Chuck Brett Gravy is a force to be reckoned with here, and this could tip the scales in favor of the Slayer recharge game over to Infinite Depths.
He's got to change that name on Microsoft.
We have been talking about that since season 1. I think we've been talking about that since season 1. As we're waiting for him to get into the lobby here, as I think he had some technical difficulties, but we are ready on our end. But yeah, I had some takeaways from that match. I think it was a good start for Headshots, but it showcased that there is a game to be won here by Infinite Ducks. I really think there's a map to be won here by Infinite Ducks, because they started the game. The vast majority of that game was 2-0. That 1-0 came very early on. There was some good slaying back and forth at the beginning. So, let's see, right? Let's see. It's all going to be if Saucy, if Zeus. It'd be great to see Zeus have another game like he did just this last time, with the addition of Gravy into the lineup and D-Legend maybe heating back up. If those 3 players find their form, then this team can have something to show for, I think, in these Slayer matches. Saucy's still a question mark on him, right? He seemed to carry his own, but he's definitely going to be a player that we see run in spurts, right? I don't think we're going to see a consistent kill runs from him. I think we're going to see him feel good for a bit and then lose it for a bit. And that'll be interesting to see how that affects its dynamic of the game. And I will see if I can get our last member of this lobby in here. Give me 1 second, as they're having trouble getting him in. So I will get that taken care of.
Looks like we're going to be redoing the lobby. But I'm looking here at damage numbers here, Tunzi, from last game, and they're not significantly different. The difference, however, is assist numbers.
Yes.
So I think with the addition of Gravy here, we might see, just purely with his ability to lay out damage more so than anything, I think we might see a different series coming up.
I agree completely, and I think this reset is actually good. Okay, Gravy having trouble entering the lobby, so maybe we'll be reforming the lobby over on the other side with Gravy, as we get this taken care of. Yep, it looks like that's what we're going to be doing. I have a new invite, so you guys will be able to join off me over there as I slide on over to the new lobby that is being formed. And I cycle myself into Observer. All right, I see Bear. I see What Am Us. I see my teammates, right? Us teammates over here on Observer. Now let's just make sure we get the rest of the guys.
I'm being forced to play.
Bear, that just sounds like a competitor to me.
I cannot change to Observer turn off either. Observers. There we go.
All right, now I can get to Observer. There we go. You should be able to get there now. What I must give it a try. Give that old left bumper, right bumper push.
I got nothing.
Great game.
All right. Let's I'll
let him know in chat.
I'm gonna rejoin.
Okay, cool. Try to rejoin. Oh, we got a little some technical difficulties, but that is all right. We're gonna make it work. Sometimes when you have the subs coming in and out, it can mess with the lobbies a bit, but that's something special about the PHCL. We can make those moves, right? Having people come in have some people come in, so that way it can change some momentum in the series.
Multiplayer is unavailable.
Oh no. I wanted to talk about this when we started the show. The servers have been having issues.
Right, I have an invite. I'm gonna hop on over to that invite. So maybe let's try to join off of a new lobby. Let's see. Server issues are stuff that's definitely outside of our power to control if we're having issues here. Hopefully, all right, I am in a lobby with Gravy. So hopefully this lobby is not broken. I was able to get to Observer on my end. Whatamus, are you able to hop on over to Observer? Nope, I lost the Observer option.
They keep turning it off on this.
All right, as we continue to get this figured out. As I type this up. This delay could be, I mean, we've seen delays cause some issues in the past with, momentum and stuff like that. So it'll be interesting to see if both teams are able to come back from this. Or if, it's going to really mess with the momentum on each squad. As we are just trying to get this figured out. I see Corrupt Clay in the chat. I don't know how long ago that chat came in, but what is up, Clay? Fantastic member of our production team. I cannot wait to get him on for some more streams in the future as we continue to try to get this lobby formed. So yeah, let's continue to try to work on this, and we will continue to keep you guys posted on what is going on. What else do you want to use this time to fill in people on our awesome sponsors?
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, this broadcast of the Premier Halo Championship League is brought to you by MG Eclipse. Check them out at discord.gg/MG Eclipse. This broadcast of the Premier Halo Championship League is also brought to you by Amped Comics. If you are a fan of comics or comic books, buying, trading, or just like reading them, check out Amped Comics at eBay or the Whatnot app. We are also brought to you by TMG, that's Top Mid Gaming. Thank you guys so much for your support as we try to get this going, guys.
I see you on the screen. I'm looking at stream right now. Don't go to multiplayer. Let's go into the custom games. So that way we are going to the right spot here. And you should try to just join off of me, join game.
Boom, we're good.
As you just flew in. I see you in Observer. It looks like we are finally ready to go. As I check both teams real quick. They look correct to me. Do they look correct to you guys? Because I'm going to tell them broadcast booth is ready. So we can get rolling in to game number 2. Good chance for Ducks to bounce back here. If they can't find a win here, or if this ends up being lopsided, it could be something that could be really detrimental to their confidence. And confidence is so key in a game like Halo, right? Any first-person shooter, you've got to have the confidence to take on getting kills. You got to have the confidence that you can play against anybody, as I think our lobby broke.
It sure did.
I see.
I am playing. I told you I'm being
over
forced.
to Cobra. He's just being forced. There's nothing he can do about it, as we will need to reset this lobby once again. Well, not reset the lobby, but do the old cycle to Observer and back to teams when we get back in, as that glitch is just one of the most fun glitches that we get to deal with on a daily basis, trying to broadcast things in here.
I think it was meant to be.
Bear's just wanting to showcase his talent to the world
before the game.
Yeah, no, he didn't even get the load your Spartan in. Didn't get the load your Spartan in. At least last night when this happened to us off stream, when our teams got mixed around, there was a little bit of team betrayals going on and things like that. So yeah, we're gonna do the whole cycle to observer, and back to our teams, and hopefully keep this lobby from breaking, as we are gonna get back on a roll here pretty soon. I know it, because everybody wants some Halo. And, we got to give the people what they want, right?
Yeah, 100% agree. I'm here to watch some Halo, not watch the lobby end over and over again.
Exactly. Well, I tell you what, this sub by the Ducks, with the amount of trouble that it has caused us, it better be worth it, right? Gravy better come into this lobby and just absolutely slay out and cause all sorts of chaos for his squad, because, it's got to be worth it.
I think he's going to. Right? I think he's going to do that, and I think we should start the game with him. See what he does. See how he rallies his troops.
I agree completely. I think that's definitely the best perspective to start out on. It'll be interesting to see the approach they take off of spawn here. As Eagle or Cobra, which one gets the A spawn?
I still don't know the answer to this 100%. I believe Eagle spawns at Elevator and
So easier
Cobra
when
spawns at
so much
C.
easier when it was just two colors, right? Like, like now
Well,
just because it's not colors and it's team names, I barely ever look at what team name I am. I literally just look
yeah,
at the colors. Uh,
and I just never pay attention to these things. I really need to start doing that.
As we get ready to load in, there doesn't seem to be any problems in the lobby so far, which is fantastic news for all of us because we want some more Halo. Headshot took game 1. Ducks are looking to bounce back in a Slayer game mode here in game 2, trying to grab some much needed points for themselves as they continue to move on through this season. As I am going to go on board with Gravy right off the spawn as he moves towards Turbine, peeking towards Camo. Not a lot of team players flying towards Camo here off the start. We see two people attic here. Gruesome goes down early. Venus still up there attic. Gravy didn't see him out. All right, looking there. I think he has an idea that
He
he's there. Getting
knows.
calls from his teammate. Great shots.
Oh.
Great nades from Venus. But D-Legends picks him up. And that's 2 kills to 1 off the early trades here for Infinite Ducks. Let's go on over to Ethereal Sword as he just went down actually to TTV Saucy. What do you want to rattle on with there? Yeah, let's go on
Turbo
to
Sniper with the sword. See what he can do with this.
Oh, I love me some good slicing and dicing as he gets a shot in the back from Captain Zeus. Nowhere to go, right? I like the aggressiveness with the sword there as we go over to Captain Zeus now, who has the sword, I believe, in his back pocket. As he's sliding through C. 5-3 lead right now for the Ducks. 5-6-4. Good trades going back and forth. A lot better shots going the way of Ducks here as their team shots just look so much better. 4 kills already on the side of Gravy as he comes in. Gruesome takes him out with a nade. I think that may have been a team nade that came from Captain Zeus coming around the corner there, but Saucy gets a correct nade there onto Gruesome as Gruesome starting out a little bit slow. Zeus no kills yet with that sword, gets the back smack there on Ethereal Sword after a couple bullets in him, and a lot of trades. This is a fast-paced game mode off the start here as Zeus continues to try to just survive here in control. He's got a lot of the red team coming his way here, looking towards shortcut there. A lot of presence C hallway here. Gravy moving towards it. Gruesome gets 1 kill. Good kill there by double kill.
Oh,
he goes down.
Did it to him.
Just a triple kill. 2 weak players there in Hall though as Gravy cleans up 1 and he cleans up the other. It's a good double kill there for Gravy as now he's the one with the sword in his hand and a 15-10 lead for the Infinite Ducks.
Yeah, this is a completely different Infinite Duck squad. Combination of Gravy and possibly, icing the kicker over there with these broken lobbies.
Absolutely.
But they are playing out of their minds right now. This is super fun to watch.
I'm still on board with Gravy here as he is looking to just thinking twice about challenging around that corner, and for good reason as Turbo takes him out. But D-Legend and Captain Zeus get 2 kills on the side of the Ducks as Gruesome has continued to chase down there in C Hall. Saucy putting shots down onto Gruesome. One more is going to clean him up as Captain Zeus is on the other side there as he goes slicing and dicing with the sword. And Turbo Sniper is across from Saucy here in Turbine. Shots coming from each team. Venus kind of stranded in B there. Not a good spot to be if you have nades flying towards your face. As Saucy's peeking, he sees Gruesome up in heaven as he gets the kill, as that probably showed as a desync onto Gruesome, so it's got to be kind of frustrating. Ethereal Sword almost goes down to Saucy. And let's go on over to Ethereal Sword as he's the one on headshots that, got to get something going for his team here, right? He's got 3 assists. He's the one helping get some kills set up for his other teammates. He gets a nade onto Gravy, and he cleans it up. Great nade. Good shots there. He had some help from Gruesome. That's big for them. They need to just start taking 1 kill at a time, right? Ethereal Sword moving with Gruesome here. They pick up Saucy as well, and this is good. You want to start tag teaming people, right? You want to start moving with a buddy if you're struggling with one-on-ones as Gruesome's nades are starting to pick up and find damage here. Ethereal Sword moving forward here. He's got the sword now, looking and hoping that somebody comes peeking around. I'm hoping to see him just come flying through A there, hacking and slashing at anybody who moves, but he's taking the slow and steady approach. He sees Saucy. Saucy goes down. There's another one below him. He misses on the first slice. Gets a second. Nice double kill there before Gravy picks him up, but Gruesome's there to clean up Gravy. And now we have the momentum on the side of headshots as we jump on board with Turbo Sniper.
Turbo Sniper.
All right, Turbo moving through Turbine here, getting shots from Gravy. Gravy takes him out. Gravy doing a great job with 9 kills already. Let's hop on over to Gravy's perspective as he's continuing to try to make things happen for his team. But Gruesome's heating up on the other squad, and that's dangerous if he can get going because Ethereal Sword picks up D-Legend as well. Gravy doing a nice little move there. He's got Ethereal Sword up top. He goes down, and Ethereal Sword wins that 1v1 as a couple shots missed, and now we have a 25-all match.
Yeah, we have D-Legend here. If we want to switch over to him, he's got a nice little flank coming over here.
Yes, he's got some first shots on the Ethereal Sword. Nice trade. Those are always 50-50 on whether or not they're going to go through, so it's good to see from D Legend. Let's go over with Gruesome as he's definitely started to heat up. He's moving through. He gets some shot on Zeus. He takes out Zeus. He's 10 kills. Kill leader in the lobby now as a 2-kill lead over on the side of Headshots as Ethereal Sword and him both doing work as Ethereal Sword picks up another double kill on C Long. And now we're seeing Headshots really start to take control of this game, right? Ethereal Sword and Gruesome heating up at the same time has been very good for them, and hopefully they can keep that momentum going in order to keep this lead that they've now established.
Yeah, I'd like to talk about that grapple he just used. That was the same one from earlier. It's been in like 5 different Spartans' pockets.
It's the death of it's death by grapple hook, right? You pick up the grapple hook, you are going down. And what do you need to do here if you are Infinite Ducks, right? How do you slow this game mode down again, right? Because you had control early. Now momentum seems to be in the hands of Headshots. What do? Do you find a buddy? Do you to pack up together as a team, or how do you approach this?
They're doing it perfectly right here. They made a push together. Bottom control, got a couple kills. But Headshots was here and they were ready.
Yeah, Headshots had a couple people absolute there. An Ethereal Sword using the sword to get to the lobby kill leader now with 14 kills. As we are on board with Gravy again as he's looking for Gruesome in Turbine. 5 kill difference in this match right now. Venus up top here on Gravy. Gravy trying to get one more shot in him as he drops down bridge. Looking towards it, but Gruesome picks up another kill on Saucy. As Saucy has gone ice cold here, 5 and 10 at the moment after a pretty decent start. And wow, that's got to be frustrating if you are Gravy. But D Legend picks up a double kill, and Captain Zeus picks up a third, and that's a good kill swing in the way of Infinite Ducks. But Gruesome answers with 2 of his own, and we got to go back on board with Gruesome as he continues to rack up the kills, continues to showcase his dominance here.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got a Mauler in his back pocket here, and he's I think he's looking for blood. He smells the end of the game.
He feels like, 1 or 2 more kills going his team's way without any answers from the Ducks could really put this one on ice as a trade happened there between D-Legend and Turbo Sniper. And Venus picking up a back smack on Captain Zeus. And the chaos of this map is just starting to swing in favor of Headshots, right? Just starting to swing in their favor as D-Legend's going to get cleaned up here by Gruesome. And now it's an 8-kill lead for the Headshots. They're 5 kills away from it as Gruesome's moving around with the Mangler, looking to make something happen, trying to find any ducks that he can go hunting for as they're peeking towards C, not realizing, I think, fully that the ducks are all C long haul, moving towards Attic. Zeus has a 2v1 that he's taking on here, and as Ethereal Sword pings him, Zeus coming all the way around, and great play by Zeus, and that did not end up going quite the way he wanted it to. A couple trades going the side. No, actually, yeah, Saucy's the only one who goes down. 47-40 here. You're going to have to really slow down if you are the Infinite Ducks. I'm on board with Saucy here as he's behind Zeus. Gruesome's to their right there in on C ramp, looking back to round. Good rush here by Saucy to help out his teammate. Great team shots there by D-Legend and Saucy to pick up another kill. But Turbo takes out Gravy, and a nade for Venus. A double kill for Venus to close out the game. 50-41. It's close, right? Ducks have got to be kicking themselves a little bit after that one, though, I think. The Ducks were probably expecting a little bit more when they had the start that they had.
Yeah, I believe they had a 7 or 8 kill lead there, and they just let it slip slowly over time. They had a great opening. I believe they went up, 8-1, 8-2? And
yes.
They just let that lead go, unfortunately. Headshots here, they came to play, they came to win, and they're doing just that.
Yes, and that's something we talked about, right? We talked about the fact that, the streakiness, I think, of Ducks players, particularly Saucy. I think he was cold for most of that game. We saw sometimes where he heated up on Aquarius, but that game he just never really got much going. And then, Gravy had his hot start, and then there was a cold streak. And some of that happens just because, I think you've got to, especially if you're on the back foot in the game, you've got to find a teammate before pushing out. I think you've really got to help reset spawns. I think you really got to help make sure that you're not running into a 2v1 fight constantly throughout the series. Because, you may come flying around a corner ready for the 1v1, but if your team's always 2 down and the other team's always, 1 or none down, then the chances are you're running into not just one player, but another. And I'd like to see Infinite Ducks kind of take that loss on the chin, realize that, they've got to find each other. They got to play around each other a little bit better. And I think they're going to continue to improve. That's definitely a step in the right direction for them. I still believe a map is on the table for them. I have Bazaar still circled very brightly with a nice bright highlighter just because of the fact that it is one of those maps that you can slow the pace down. And I think the craziness of Recharge is what caught up to Ducks there in game 2. As now we're going to move on over to map 3. And oh my goodness, let me see if I can refresh my memory on what map 3 is, as I took my eye off it for a
Oddball
second.
Live Fire this time.
Speaking of a map where you can manipulate spawns, this one is definitely one that spawns can get kind of crazy on it. So it'll be definitely interesting to see how they set up here. One thing to see here that's going to be maybe helpful for the Infinite Ducks, because they are on the lower end of this, like, you know, probably head-to-head Slayer-wise, they're a little bit behind. I think one of the big things to watch out for here is who's grabbing the ball for each team. I highly doubt that we see Gruesome ever touch the ball. I highly doubt we ever see Gravy touch the ball. So it'll be interesting to see who takes that objective role for each squad. I think that's going to be very interesting to see, because it's going to take a guy out of the Slayer lineup, right? But it'll be also additionally interesting to see which team has the most awareness about dropping the ball and slaying with their team, as well as the new version of playing the ball, which is kind of throwing it back out to the middle of the map, because that can be crucial, right? It's not the typical play ball that you got, you know, back in Halo 3 Guardian, but it's still something that helps helps your team get a chance at getting the setup going, you know, before anything bad happens. As the rounds come into play here too. Bear, do you like the new change to the rounds here for Oddball? Do you think it's a better system than the old way of doing things in Halo 3?
I don't necessarily think that it's a better system. I thought it revitalized a game type that I think all of us grew to hate over time.
Why? Because it was always on the same map and you knew exactly what to expect every time you played it.
Maybe it was because it was just Guardian, but towards the end of Halo 3, I could not stand Oddball on any map at all. And I think it breaks up the game, and it offers up an opportunity for a team, you know, if they were to go 100-0, you know, it offers up an opportunity for them to bring the game back and still win.
Right.
I think it makes the game more competitive.
Yeah, it definitely is a reset in the middle of the game. I know I've had definitely matches where we got dominated round 1, made adjustments round 2, won a close one, and then ended up taking round 3 for a win. So I like that it gives teams that opportunity. And especially here when you play it on live fire or something like that, you can find different setups each round that maybe work better for you, right? You can try that snipe tower setup, and if it's not working for you, try the garage setup. You have different options here, as I think we need to start on with Gruesome here. I think Gruesome is the guy to go with to start here. He's definitely made the biggest impact in both the games, really showcasing his Slayer ability, and basically pointing out that the Ducks still sound in good spirits, which is great to hear. That's a good encouraging sign, because if they keep their heads, good things can happen. As a herd of ducklings are coming flying down the middle.
Ducks in a row.
Gruesome, but Gravy leaves a nade for Gruesome at his feet, and we see 3 blue players down as that early trade goes the way of the Infinite Ducks. And I do believe you are correct, Bear. I think that was the infamous ducks in a row strategy being started out here. And let's go on with Ethereal Sword, as he is sitting here waiting for the camo to spawn up. He's got support. This is definitely going to be secured by him. I thought it was anyways, as he comes sliding in.
You got the OS.
That's right. We're in Oddball as Zeus is chasing the ball out here.
Game type does not matter. It's random.
Oh, really? I did.
Yes.
You learn something new every day. Sometimes it's overshield, and sometimes it is camo.
Yeah,
that's very interesting, because it changes the way that you have to play the map. As we see Turbo holding the ball here at the back, and we see Ethereal Sword sitting here, getting shots towards Saucy. Throwing those nades cost him a couple shots into his shield, as there's no more advantage with that OS now anymore. And trades going back and forth from both teams here. Decent ball time on the side of our squad here with headshots, as the commando is used to take down Saucy, but Gravy's there to clean it up. Let's hop on over with Gravy as he's fighting back B, but Curse of the Commentator sees him go down, and we'll jump on over to Turbo while Gravy respawns as he has the sniper in his hand, looking towards that C tower, looking to make something happen. But I think the spawns are going to come from Garage here. Ooh. Nice there on D Legend as he takes him out. Oh, if he just waited a little bit longer, he had Saucy coming flying towards Sandbags there as well. And now he's got the lookout here, right? Nice push by Gravy through cave. Just barely missing that no-scope. Ness is such a grenade trap if you find yourself there a little bit too long. And that's 2 kills going the way, 3 kills now going the way of Ducks, and that's a good play by Venus. He keeps himself alive though, and he gets to take out Zeus, and that's a great job by him. As he scrambled back up there and got the kill. Good stuff there by Zeus. Good stuff there by Venus. I know I said Zeus. I'm so sorry. Venus there to make something happen for his team, as Ethereal Sword has eyes for OS once again, and he grabs it and gets it off, and he's looking to cause some trouble, as we see 3 players now down for the side of Infinite Ducks.
Yeah, he made a crazy push there with the assault rifle to secure overshield for his team there. I'm not sure what he was thinking running out to field. Oh, and he drops the mangler.
The
What a
old,
good
but I
play.
think it's the old double kill before he goes. I think that's the old weapon swap, right? Throw the mangler out. It happens quicker than just switching weapons in general. As you see the 2 shots with the mangler, then a switch to the a drop and a switch to the BR. I've seen a couple of different players use it. I am not that well coordinated. As we see Ducks get a decent little setup here, but Ethereal Sword takes out D-Legend with some nice nades. Let's go on going over with Saucy as he's the one running with the sniper now as he gets the back smack, but he's being chased from the side here. Gets the nade out onto Turbo Sniper, but Turbo's chasing him down, flying towards the ball. No play there from the Ducks. That's unfortunate for them because now the whole team's presence. Saucy's like, nope, I don't want any of that on that side of the map as he saw nothing but names being shot at him. And he's starting to heat up a little bit here. Gets a good shot on Ethereal Sword, but a little aggressive here as he hopefully has some help from somewhere because he's got them all weak. But Gruesome and Venus get 2 kills. Gravy picks up 1 with a nade. And D-Legend the other, but that's just a pretty even trade on the side of the Ducks. And Turbo, I think, just picked up a double kill there as we're on board with him as he's the one running with the ball to back green here, trying to get the last little points for his team. Hiding back here a little bit as we see pushes here. Nice shots by Saucy. Zeus trying to stay alive. Gruesome takes out Saucy. 3 kills go the way of headshots there. And that probably is going to give Ducks one more chance for a push. As we see Gravy kind of staggered from his teammate here, right? He's got to wait for the
with
spawns
Venus
there.
here, and he is on fire with the sniper.
Yeah, the sniper rifle is definitely his tool of destruction, as he didn't quite track D-Legend coming there, but we're 8 seconds away from a round 1 victory. 4 headshots as Saucy gets a kill on Gruesome. Nades come flying in back green, but that's round 1 to the side of headshots. And that's kind of what I expected after, I saw the Ducks kind of wave after wave, one body at a time kind of thing, right? We want to see them kind of group up, work together. As I'm on board with D-Legend here, as he's nading towards sandbags, getting team shots in on Venus. This team does much better when they have team shots there. He sees Ethereal Sword here at B Garage. Saucy picks up a double kill off the start. Oh, that would have been a huge kill for D-Legend to get. But now he's got to chase him down, right? Now he's got to be peeking cave here as Ethereal Sword is running away. But he's going to have some teammate support here, so you got to check yourself before you wreck yourself if you're D-Legend, because you're going to come flying around that corner, and there's going to be a whole team of headshots looking your way. As he's looking to survive here, he goes down. 2 players go down on the side of Infinite Ducks, and that's another OS in the hands of Ethereal Sword.
I believe he's had every single one.
Yes, I think he has as well. Captain Zeus is in a heap of trouble here in Nest, as Gruesome's coming flying at him with the heat wave. Gravy sitting back green, getting pinged there by Ethereal Sword as he has the Needler in his hand. I love seeing the sandbox weapons being utilized here. And now we see a couple Ducks in the middle of the map here as we see Turbo Sniper takes out D-Legend. We see Saucy get another kill there on Turbo Sniper. And now Gravy peeking around here. That sniper rifle just isn't the same as it used to be, as you really have to utilize that scope, and that was a tough angle for him to get shots off quickly on. As Saucy pushing top mid. Great staggered push there by the Ducks as they're pushing hard here. But trades going the way of headshots as Gruesome is just showcasing his ability once again as he is 5-0 on the map. And let's jump on board with him as he's just moving around with that heat wave. Looking at D-Legends, putting shots in him there. Peeking at Captain Zeus, getting shot from the back there. Ball still laying here on C. He's taking it top stairs here. I was wrong. I guess Gruesome is going to touch the ball occasionally, but it ends up costing him his life as D-Legend gets a trade there with a double kill. Now that's 3 down on the side of headshots, and maybe an opportunity for Infinite Ducks, though. But Venus causing some trouble down there with Gravy. But Gravy gets the win, and that's going to be crucial because he's going to be the one to get the first touch on the ball and hopefully get some better spawns for his team. As we see Zeus spawning over their nest side. Some eyes need to be going over the way towards dummies as we see a whole bunch of headshots players pushing through that side. And he's going to have some company here soon on the top as he gets Turbo Absolute. But he goes down to Turbo Sniper's nade. And now that's OS by Ethereal Sword. Who else would have it other than Ethereal Sword? As a great play ball, though, by Infinite Ducks. As I'm on board with Ethereal Sword. Moving through here. Trying to make something happen. And the ball already in their hand. And this entire match has been played around the C tower, hasn't it?
No, the ending of the last round ended over at B. I believe they got upwards of 40 seconds over there.
That's true, right? Okay, Ethereal picks up the map here, picks up a kill here, but goes down to Zeus. Okay, that's 2 trades in the way. But yeah, once again, we just see trades on the side of Infinite Ducks. Just really hard for them to all still be up at the same time. But Saucy forcing, I think, a play ball there as Saucy's pushing through as I'm riding along with him. Peeking columns. He sees his teammate go down. He's got to know that there's some pressure coming. He peeks Gruesome here. Gruesome's got that heat wave in tight corners. I think his own bank shot came back out and took out some shields on him as we see Ethereal Sword go take out Saucy. And he's the one running with the ball now towards Dummies, taking it up towards C-Ramp here, trying to jump it to this backside of the base as they just need a couple more seconds. And I think the Ducks are really on their last legs here, but good stuff from Saucy here, right? We talked about him being streaky. I definitely think he's found a hot streak here with 8 kills in this map. 2 down on the side of headshots, but time running so low for the Ducks as they get that win, and now there's a couple Ducks up. Now they can hopefully make something happen. As I'm on board with Zeus here, he's holding the ball in his hand. Nice smack by Gravy there. They're getting a good run of points here now. Trying to get it up to top tower, misses the jump. Hopefully can get the jump the second time. Falls off the box and goes down. That's unfortunate for him because, you know, that positioning would have been so crucial, and now I think that is going to be the final act that we see from the Ducks as Ethereal Sword is going to carry out the last couple seconds of this map to take Game 3 to the way of headshots. And, you know, good fight there at times by the Ducks, but definitely a tough map and game mode, I think, to win when you're the underdog.
Yeah, completely agree. Livefire, oddball. Well, Livefire in general, I mean, we can look at the pro scene for Livefire as an example. Optic just recently lost their first game on Livefire. Like a week ago since Infinite came out, you know, so you're either dominant on it or you're not.
Yeah, and it's definitely one of those that, you know, I just really think the teamwork, the strategy side of the strategy side of headshots is definitely giving them the advantage. I think that's, you know, that's very clear to see right now. I think we're definitely missing the strongest possible Infinite Ducks that we could have seen. I think missing base guy is very detrimental, not only because of his slaying ability, but because of the maybe chemistry that he has with Gravy and Saucy that could have definitely helped the squad a bit more. As we see some moves happening, as we see Tidebreaker making a move back in for Gravy, it seems like. So interesting move here. You know, hopefully some good chances for Tidebreaker to showcase what he had, because he had some good moments. I believe he even hit a killing spree towards the end of Aquarius there. So it'll be interesting to see him come back in, see if he can build off some momentum here as we let them know that we are ready to go into game 4.
Do the thing.
Oh yeah, I already popped in and out. I did it immediately. Unless I am wrong and I get swapped over, and then I apologize full-heartedly. But yes, moving on over to probably the map that's becoming my favorite after the more I play it with Streets. I really enjoy playing this map, especially Stronghold Streets. I think it's a fun game mode to play. A lot of rotation going on, a lot of things like that that are, you know, you can manipulate it, but it doesn't feel kind of broken like it does on Livefire sometimes, where, you know, there's just so many routes in and out of places on Livefire that it gets tough to get really good setups going. Here on Streets, you can really get that C spawn trap going, and you can really get that AB hold, and if you hold it effectively, you can really control the map. So it'll be interesting to see if any team tries to prioritize that. I imagine on the side of the Ducks, we're going to see a lot of, not over pushes, but a lot of not really looking for a setup, just looking to chase kills and looking to chase whatever point is nearest to them, which I think bodes well for never having a trip cap on them. But it's going to be one of those things that it's going to be hard for them to hold to if they're over rotating.
Yeah, I'm expecting actually high cap numbers out of both teams here. They just based off of the last 3 games that we saw, there's not much of control being held. There's definitely, although Headshots is definitely moving more as a team, they're not sitting in one place. You know, even during that oddball game, they held control in multiple different places, which is good. But in a Strongholds game, in my opinion, I think holding 2 sites versus running around the map is the best strategy. Although some people can disagree and do disagree and think that, especially on Streets, literally running in a circle is a strategy.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I think you have to you take what's given to you at time when it comes to those triple caps. I'm always, you know, if you have an opportunities presented to you, if you spawn, like let's say you spawn C, right, and the rest of your team is AB, then obviously you maybe grab C before you move back to help control AB. But I've seen so many times, like, you know, somebody over pushes out into C, and then you create a different spawn, right, and now you end up trading 2 bases just to try to get that third. And I think, you know, it's all different approaches, and it depends on what slayers you have on your team, right? If you outslay your opponent, you can do a lot more. You can get away with a lot more than what you can if you are playing on the back foot a lot. Saucy was the one who was hot at the end of that match, so let's jump on board with him to start here, because I think he's going to be the one to watch here. Let's see if he can ride that momentum as we see them both pushing towards B. I love the high bank shot nade being thrown there as we're looking here, and we are waiting for some push pressure coming driveway. Good beat down there by Saucy. He's putting shots in on Ethereal Sword. Venus takes out Zeus. D-Legend takes out Turbo Sniper and trades off the start. But the rockets were never grabbed by the Ducks, and that's going to cost them 2 deaths and probably the initial points in this map as well. As we see Venus pick up the first 3 kills of the game, and I'm on board with him as he's looking to sit with his team of players. Yeah, you got to make sure you finish it all the way through. As we see the BC setup going the way of this squad right now, as they're looking to push out, putting shots into Saucy, who's in brick right now. He's going to win that fight, but great cross shots from D-Legend. And Tidebreaker as now 2 down for the side of Headshots, trying to get some stuff on B here by Tidebreaker. He's the last one alive. Great job by Tidebreaker to get that cap there, but a great rotation by Headshots to already be on A, but the Ducks are already on C. So here's what we're talking about, right? Swapping back and forth, but the Ducks are going to need to be up a little bit more as a great nade comes in from Saucy. As Venus goes down, Turbo goes down, but Venus cleans up Saucy. Good push here from D-Legend on stairs. But always somebody helping for the Headshots team. But Captain Zeus with a nice double kill, and hopefully a chance to capture B here.
Yeah, we're seeing a little bit of an opposite Infinite Ducks here now that Tidebreaker's back in the game. I wonder if maybe this isn't Gravy's best game type, and decided that this was the right move.
Well, I think there's an element of trying to find the pieces that fit best together if you're the Ducks right now. I would have loved to seen a little bit just even different lineup for Game 4 here. You know, maybe a rotation of one of the other guys on the Ducks side. But you know, Saucy heating up, Captain Zeus doing well, D-Legend. You know, there's not a whole lot of options, but I definitely think Tidebreaker had some good momentum. He's definitely the one, you know, valuing his life the best here. Only 2 deaths on his side right now, but you know, like I talked about, 2 zones seem to be in control of Headshots more often than not, and that's not a good sign if you're the Ducks. As we have D-Legend fighting here against Venus, taking out the kill PD. He needs to slow down and value his life here for a bit. I don't like him looking for a fight already. He just has his shields back. He's got to slow down just a bit. I think that was just a little bit over-aggressive from him. There was no reason. He had no teammates pushing at that time, so he was definitely going to get the full brunt of any attack that came the way of Headshots. And now we see Venus sitting here on Neon, shooting Saucy. Gruesome comes flying in. D-Legend picks up 1. Good long-range BR fight between the 2 here, as D-Legend picks up the kill. Nice plays by D-Legend as he wins that long-range BR fight. I think he takes out another one before he goes down.
He sure did.
Good stuff by D-Legend to help keep his team in the game. 9 kills on the side of him, but the score keeps getting wider as we see the Infinite Ducks continuing to chase spawns, chase points here, as they just cannot get a full setup going. D-Legend trying to win this one on Turbo Sniper. A nice perfect here. Just needs to hold off for just 1 second. No reason to go around that corner and start putting shots into Gruesome when you know he was full health. Is that something you've seen from the Ducks here? Bear, I just noticed the Ducks kind of just running in a little bit too full bore instead of just taking that breath, right? Taking that breath, letting the rest of your team come in, and utilizing your teammates to help you set up kills.
Yeah, exactly. They are 100% just running. They are holding W and hoping that it works out. What's the crazy part of this is that it kind of is. They are outslaying Headshots, but the points do not reflect that. So I think that speaks volumes to valuing your life and just being in a position to prevent, you know, a cap. You know, if the other team knows you're there, you have control, you know?
Well, the big thing, I mean, I think the kills are more spread out on the side of Infinite Ducks, but if you just look at the death numbers, right? Those kills are also causing a lot of deaths for them. So like every kill that they're getting, it's almost like it's always a trade, right? We almost see double-digit kills on the side of everybody on Infinite Ducks except for Tidebreaker, which
they were outslaying. I retract that statement.
Well, I think most of the kills on the Headshots team is centered around Gruesome and Venus, right? I think both of those guys are the ones getting most of the kills on that squad. As I'm still on board with D-Legend here. He's the one contesting B. He's finally got some help over here. Bad time to reload, but he takes out Turbo Sniper. Looking at the real sword there. He goes down. Okay, good. Here we go from the Ducks. Finally getting some control. They got the BC set up. They won 2 fights there. It'll be interesting to see how much they approach it. I always hate sitting in this spot if I'm on B, just because you know nades are going to come flying your way as we see one come around the corner. Gruesome goes down to D-Legend. An Ethereal Sword there in Brick, but you got a good angle at Brick if you can stay alive and just position yourself well. Good cross shots on Turbo Sniper there. Couple missed shots there on Turbo Sniper as his reticle was a little bit behind. That's going to send B back over to the way of Headshots as the C spawn must be coming. As I'm on board with Venus here as he sits B stairs, looking to fight with Tiebreaker there in bottom middle. He takes him out. He's got the Legend going one-on-one. Nice shots there by Venus as he's the one doing some work here for the Headshot squad. 13 kills, 8 deaths. Not a bad stat line for the man.
Yeah, and looking back to the whole control conversation, we saw D-Legend perfectly play B and maintain control for like 30 seconds. That's exactly what the Infinite Ducks need to prioritize here, is playing their lives and maintaining control.
Yeah. Oh, how the back smack doesn't happen there, but D-Legend gets the smackdown on him. That's always a frustrating thing when you don't quite catch him in the middle of the back. As I'm on board with Tiebreaker, he's been running all over the map for Infinite Ducks, and look, this is just one of those things where he gets the good win there, but you know, just a little bit slower there maybe ends up being the thing that works out for him, especially since he spawned C, right? He spawned C, he could have grabbed C there, but it's going to work out for his team, right? They have the AB hold as I'm on board with Gruesome, who's about to spawn back up right now as he gets the driveway spawn. Oh no, I'm back over to D-Legend, and I'll go over to Gruesome now as he picks up Saucy. Ethereal Sword picks up Captain Zeus. Is there going to be one more? No, Tiebreaker with a huge kill there. That very much so needed to happen. And it's a triple cap on the side of Infinite Ducks before B starts going. And that's good to see if you're Ducks, but I wonder, right, how much did that push out for the triple cap cost them? Well, right now they reset B, so that's a great start for them. As I'm going to go on board with TTV Saucy here, as he is sitting here on B stairs, peeking towards Neon. The pressure's definitely going to be coming from A, as Heaven is putting shots in from Turbo Sniper. Good job valuing your life if you're Saucy here. Don't come rushing back around that corner. You've got to wait a second, get those shields back. Make sure you're strong as he stays next to that plasma pistol. His life there is so much more valuable than just, 1 or 2 shots in. As we see Venus pick up a couple kills and now 3 down on the side of Ducks. But they did a good run there.
Yeah, they did. It seems like though they're trying to do too much individually. They're. I'd really like to see them make even though they did just have a trip cap. It's very possible that they come back, but they need to continue working as a team as they were when they got that trip cap.
Yes. Not every kill once you start it needs to be finished, right? Just because you put 2 shots in, it doesn't mean you don't need to go put the last 2. Value your life, call that out to your teammate. As we see trades going back and forth between the teams now. Captain Zeus, if he could heat up for his squad, I think it'd be huge for them, as back A is just under siege by Headshots, as I'm back on board with Venus, as now he's flying towards B. But we're seeing much better control from the Infinite Ducks here, right? They're finally getting some points put together. They're doing a great job here. Ethereal Sword takes out Saucy, but you see that right there. Venus slides out after going absolute. He knows he put shot onto his opponent there, as Gruesome, I think, just picked up a mad triple kill to take
he
B.
knew he was one shot. He knew he put that player 1 shot in tires, and myself, I would have flew at him. I don't care about 1 shot. He's 1 shot too. It's 50-50.
But he sets up that 50-50. I mean, he sets up that spawn for his team, right? He stays alive. D-Legend with a nice double kill as I go on board with him, as he's trying to move in and get B, but Gruesome is just devastating with his shotgun, as he's got 26 kills in the lobby and is just doing all sorts of work, as we're on board with him now, as he's moving planters, and this game is nearing an end as Headshots is looking to control the last couple seconds of this map. 20 seconds away from victory for Headshots as he throws out the shield and peeks out towards it, as Turbo's got the rocket launcher. I don't know if
he just threw it back.
Shot.
Turbo's doing some body disrespect.
There we go, on D-Legend, and shotgun BR combination, and just having that shotgun in his hands is just very deadly on the side of Headshots, and that is going to be game 4 over to the way of Headshots. And I think we're to the point now, where I think we were to the point last game where we can start paying out those channel points for this series. Because there's no way back for the Infinite Ducks to get that that W tonight. But there's still points up for the on the table, right? One more game, and it's a Slayer one, right? By far the closest match of the night has been a Slayer. So, Bazaar, I think, is their best chance. I'd love to see the Ducks ride the hot hand. I'd love to see them bring in Gravy back for the last one. I don't know if they're going to. They may be just treating this as more playing time for guys who are normally on the sub roster right now. That could be the case. Who knows? But two very valuable points up for grabs here. And if you're Ducks, if you're the team captain of Ducks Bear, you're going into this Bazaar match. You've been beat pretty handily in 3 of the 4 matches you've played. What are you telling your team? What are you talking to them about?
Team captain, I'm telling them to refocus. That game's over. It's a new game. We can win this. Right. Especially Bazaar's Slayer. Bazaar's Slayer is, in my opinion, the worst game type outside of Behemoth Flag, but that's gone. So it's so random, even more so than Recharge Slayer, that you can easily win that map on Bazaar just simply sitting in the middle of the map. That's all that map takes. And I think a lot of people don't realize how to play Bazaar. They play it more rocket side because they think the rockets are the priority. Reality, lockers and truck is the priority. So if you hold that middle map, there's nowhere for them to go.
I agree. I mean, I think if you get that cross shot, you get that setup, because that's what it's all about, getting the angles right here, right? There's so many angles to find on this map that if you're the team with the angles, it's going to be tough, especially if you're accurate with that long-range BR. I want to see teams definitely don't underutilize your scope here, right? You definitely need to utilize the fact that you can scope in on shots because it's helpful, right? I mean, it's always frustrating to get knocked out of the scope when you're in those firefights, but just trying to re-engage it every now and then, right, to knock them out of their scope. I think that's such a crucial thing that a lot of teams overlook in those 1v1 fights. And I think it's really important for the Ducks to find a buddy. They need their exit buddy. Like, where is your exit buddy? Do not exit this room unless you have your exit buddy. Because I just saw too much of that on streets of, call out that one-shot guy. Don't go clean him up yourself, right? There's 3 headshots players waiting for you around that corner. And if you even peek, you find yourself in trouble. So it'll be interesting to see if Ducks can bounce back and do some work here, as I am on board with Gruesome to start this match, because Gruesome is going to be the one I'm looking at to make the most impacts, as he's looking at Tidebreak and says, nope, hands off of my grapple. But no, Tidebreak makes the move for it, but he's got a one-track mind for the Rockets here, and that's just a wasted life. You gotta deal with the threats around you. Nice kill by Saucy, good nades coming in from him, but he goes down to Gruesome, as we see Gruesome, I think he somehow got the Rockets thrown at his feet here. Yep, perfect, as he takes out Zeus, and he's got one more shot, waiting for one unlucky duck.
No, he only had the one in his pocket.
Okay, so they are out of ammo. No, there was a shot from the first player who had it. That's a 5-1.
He flew out middle and shot it over to Overshield.
Saucy by himself back here. He was going to go down regardless, and that is 6-1 lead with 5 of those kills coming on behalf of Gruesome. And Captain Zeus needs to think twice before messing with that man, as he is 6-0 on the match.
Yeah, we can see him just absolutely in the Infinite Ducks face, quite clearly listening to each and every call out that his teammates are making. Yep. We see a total of 5 assists with 8 kills. That's quite
nice
the
job
number.
by D-Legend there getting that kill. That's the man who needs to step up for his team and really help out, and I'm going to jump on board with him. But yeah, you're absolutely right. I see Gruesome moving 4 kills that are there for him, right? I don't see him chasing them. Right, I see him picking up the good matchups, and there's such a difference between that when you're playing Halo, right? There's a difference between chasing kills and taking what's presented to you. And I think the Ducks just too often tonight have chased kills instead of taking what's been given to them. And that's put them in some bad spot, as D-Legend needs to win this 1v1 against Venus.
Ooh.
Oh, the old nade throw that he probably should have just stayed on it, because that animation took him out of the fight. It's a 13-5 lead for 4 headshots. As I jump on board with Turbo Sniper here, as he's bottom market, looking for maybe the shock nades. If they're up, he sees D-Legend coming at him. He's got to win this fight here. He takes him out, but goes down himself, as he had the OS in his back pocket. And Tidebreak, no, Captain Zeus is the one trying to get it. And it's still sitting there bottom truck. I wonder who the next unlucky soul is going to be, as we see 2 kills go the way of Infinite Ducks as they close the gap. I'm on board with D-Legend here as he's peeking across, looking at Ethereal Sword, trying to help out his teammate Saucy, who's bottom mid against Ethereal Sword.
OS is still down.
That is another OS still down. It's pinged by D Legend, and they close the gap here. 15-10. Saucy should have that OS in his back pocket.
Nope.
He jumps the top of truck, and that costs him his life. And that's one more shot. The OS is just a death trap over there on truck, as every team wants to get a touch on it. And
it's finally popped.
But he's not in a good spot. And I think the OS has already been burned all the way through. Good job by D Legend here, checking his angles, making sure no pushes are coming to throw him off of his perch. But good, 5-kill gap only in the game right now, as we see. I love this move to get into opponent BR side, right? I think it sets up great shot for cross shots, as we see Venus running market, trying to survive. But there's no, there's no more shots coming in on Venus in that situation. And I really think it's important to note, if you're the Ducks, that, 2 shots came in from, the old noob combo there. But let's go on with Ethereal Sword. But it's important to know, if you're the Ducks, like 2 shots came in from one angle on somebody that was bottom mid, but there was no shots coming in from any other angles. And you've got to have some extra angles on this map, as we see Ethereal Sword with the Mangler hoping to cause some trouble here, coming around towards the rockets. And he's got Zeus in front of him. He's got a rocket. And Zeus said, "You're not going to mangle me, my friend. I'm going to take us both out together with this rocket launcher." Oh, you got to love to see the close range rocket ones. Nice job by Gruesome with the double kill, as he picks up a perfect along with that double kill medal. And now he's sliding up to cause problems. 14-3 for the man. He is definitely the difference maker for the squad, as Zeus's life is saved twice by the little wood features there in tree. And now Turbo Sniper picks up a kill on Saucy, and Gruesome looking for some more blood, and D Legend coming flying in against 2 headshots players. And now the gap is back up to 13, and another double kill for Gruesome, as he's 17-3 and just single-handedly carrying this lobby.
Yeah, he may have 17 kills. He is cleaning up everything for everyone, but he's not helping. He has 0 assists.
That's because he's getting all the kills himself. Anybody he puts bullets in is just dying immediately. There's not any time for anybody else to get those kills, as he's in the 1v1 against D Legend, as D Legend is the strong one here, and D Legend takes him out in a nice 1v1 win by D Legend. And let's see if he stays alive throughout it. He's looking for Ethereal Sword there. And that's what I'm talking about. He's got some help coming flying down there. Saucy hopefully cleans this up on this fight. Good win by Saucy. But rushing into that basement, right? Just waiting just a half second longer. Check your ammo. Check all those things. Especially when you're down a lot, right? D Legend getting caught out on the spawn here, as headshots are just moving through, quickly, right? Just trying to pick up kills on the spawns. Making a guess back base. They're here, they're there. And, just catching people isolated, as Tiebreaker has no idea where Gruesome is, as he gets a perfect. And he's, 19 kills now in the lobby? This man is absolutely raking.
Yeah, speaking of the push down there into shotgun, when you're that far down, I think you leave him alone. You get back to your team. You don't chase him.
Yeah. I just think, that's going to be a teammate on Turbo Sniper, as he's hopefully still alive there in the corners. I'm just going to sit along with Gruesome, because every kill that happens pops up on the screen. 4 headshots just seems to be coming from his hands. Not that the other players are playing badly, but this man is just single-handedly doing massive damage, as Saucy is still fighting and pushing forward there. And there's nothing you can do in that situation if you're Saucy, right? You start a fight, and then all of a sudden help arrives, and Ethereal Sword takes out D Legend, and this is just not going well if you are a Ducks fan.
No, yeah, Gruesome here is putting an end to the Ducks. It is open season for Gruesome.
I was waiting if we'd get an open season reference. There we go. We have Tiebreaker really chasing for that OS kill. And there's cross shots coming from BR. Another player down there. Saucy jumping across here onto truck. Just really nowhere to go, as we see the 20th kill go the way of Gruesome, as he is now he's making pings. He's moving and controlling, but he finally goes down. And we'll jump on board with Tiebreaker, who does have 9 kills. He's playing a very good match here for the Infinite Ducks, putting shots in Ethereal Sword. Nice team shots there, as that player was melted by Saucy and Tiebreaker. And I want to see them move together here, right? Continue to move together. Continue to put shots on the same target. Help each other out. That is the biggest thing that this team can do. As his weak there, good job by Tiebreaker surviving. He goes down from that cross shot on lockers, I believe, is where that came from. As I'll jump on board with Saucy, as he's trying to survive here on Rocket's side. Only 3 kills left to give. Gruesome right in front of him. That spike nade's not going to find its mark. And Gruesome rushes at him, and there's a lot more headshots player down there where Saucy dropped. And that movement by headshots has just been fantastic all series long. They've always had a buddy in place. The Ducks have been separated from their flock. And D Legend trying to prolong the inevitable here, as Turbo Sniper gets the last kill on Captain Zeus. and a full
Wow.
10 points go the way of Headshots as they stake their claim as probably one of the most dangerous teams in this division.
Yeah, I agree. We didn't see a spectacular though.
Yes.
So
It's
close.
the little
yet
things
so
you got
far.
to take away from the matches, right? Bear, you got to find some little things to take away from the series. Definitely some talent on the Ducks squad. I really think
100%.
there's some talent on the Ducks squad. It's a shame to me that these teams only get to match up once since they're in one of the larger divisions, because I really think that these squads, a second time around, it could be a different story. But the work has definitely been put in by Headshots. This squad is definitely showcasing some ability and some talent, and I think they got their just results tonight, right? I think that was, I don't think anything unfair happened to the Ducks there. I just think the better team won. And I'd love to see the Ducks when they get to full strength. I think they're going to take this one on the chin and bounce back. But as of tonight, it was all about Headshots, and it was all about the full 10 points for them.
Yep, 100% agree with that. But looking, diving into the stats a little bit here on that last game, Gruesome was obviously the reason that game went differently. Looking at the other damage numbers and bullets fired, that game was dead even. Gruesome was the key to that game. So there is light at the end of the tunnel for these Ducks. If they can, get it, either make a player into a Gruesome or make all 4 players into a Gruesome, the Ducks can be another force to be reckoned with in that division.
Absolutely. I really think that there's some talent on both of those squads. I think it's definitely showcasing what it's all about when it comes to grinding together. But guys, don't go anywhere. We have another series in store for you tonight, and we're going to go to probably that lovely BRB screen for just a little bit as we get match number 2 underway, but you're not going to want to miss it, guys. We have High Tech Gaming coming up against Prism Block 3. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be back and forth. I think both of these teams have strong claims in this division as well. So it'll be interesting to see who wants to put their name up there next to Headshots as probably a division favorite.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back. In the meantime, enjoy some elevator music.